I never planned to drop the bomb at my father's retirement gala, but sometimes the truth has its own timing. The grand ballroom glittered under a constellation of chandeliers. 200 colleagues, friends, and distant cousins raised glasses to Dad's 40 years mastering corporate law. Mom had micromanaged every detail for months. The 5-tier cake shaped like stacked law books, the string quartet playing softly, the endless champagne. My younger brother Caleb was holding court near the dessert table, animatedly recounting his latest 6-figure commission from closing a major software deal. They basically begged me to stay, he laughed, soaking up the admiring nods. Mom and Dad glowed like proud sons orbiting their golden child. Then Great-Aunt Vivian, 91, razor-sharp and allergic to nonsense, leaned forward in her wheelchair and asked, sweet as poison, Sophie, darling, how much are those property taxes running you these days on the Elmwood house? The air sucked out of our little circle. Caleb's story died mid-sentence. Dad's glass hovered. Mom's smile turned to porcelain. I sipped my sparkling water slowly, letting the silence stretch. About $8,100 now, I answered evenly. It was $7,400 when I bought the place. Still pay on time, every year. Vivian beamed, oblivious to the shockwave. 10 years already. My goodness. I remember co-signing those papers with you in 2016. Such a pretty craftsman on Maple Grove Circle. Mom laughed, high, brittle. Mom, you're mixing her up with someone else. Sophie rents that little condo near the university. Vivian's silver eyebrows shot up. Condo. Margaret, what on earth? Sophie closed on that 4-bedroom craftsman in May 2016. I drove her to the title company myself. Lovely oak floors, stained glass transoms, almost half an acre. You could have heard a fork drop 3 tables away. Caleb recovered first, voice tight. Grandma, when exactly was this supposed closing? May 17, 2016, Vivian said, already swiping through her tablet. I have the pictures. Want to see Sophie signing? No need, Mom started, hand outstretched. I set my glass down with a soft clink. She's right. I bought the house. Purchase price $420,000. 20% down, $84,000. Mortgage was $336,000. The numbers landed like stones in still water. Dad's face drained of color. Sophie, how? Caleb stared. Where did you even get $84,000? You're a librarian. Regional library director now, I corrected calmly. Base salary $102,000. Been climbing the ladder since I started as a circulation clerk 12 years ago. But you never really asked, did you? The glow around Caleb's commission dimmed noticeably. I pulled out my phone, scrolled to the family chat from May 2016. I sent a photo of the keys that day. Caption, officially a homeowner. Mom replied, how exciting. Oh, look what Caleb just bought, a new Tesla. Dad sent nothing. Caleb hearted the message. Mom's eyes filled. I didn't. I must have. You changed the subject in 3 seconds flat. I said, no heat, just fact. I invited everyone to the housewarming that summer. You were swamped with Caleb's new condo warming. I posted before and after kitchen renos in 2019. You commented so cute and pivoted to Caleb's engagement photos. Each example was a quiet scalpel. No shouting. Just years of being wallpaper in my own family. Vivian patted my wrist. They truly never knew, did they, love? Not once in 10 years, I said. Not a holiday drop-in. Not a spontaneous visit. I stopped inviting them to my Christmas gatherings 4 years ago. 31 people last December, friends, co-workers, neighbors who actually show up. Dad whispered, for years. I told you every year I had plans. You never asked what they were. Caleb bristled. So you've been hiding all this too, what? Rub it in our faces? I haven't hidden anything. I posted pictures. I mentioned the solar panels, the new roof, the library foundation grant I spearheaded. You scrolled past. Vivian nodded toward my phone. Show them, dear. Let them see the home they've ignored. I passed the phone to Mom. She scrolled through a decade, closing day smile, first tomato harvest, rebuilt front porch, cozy reading nook, friendsgiving tables, blooming hydrangeas I propagated myself. By the third photo her shoulders shook. By the 10th she was crying silently. Dad took the phone next. His hands trembled. You did all this, alone? With friends who became family, I said. People who helped hang drywall, plant trees, celebrate milestones. They know my address. They come over. Mom's voice broke. We're your family. Are you? The question slipped out soft, devastating. A senior partner approached Dad, oblivious. Richard. What a night. So proud of both kids, Caleb crushing it in sales, and Sophie running the whole library system. Dad forced a smile. Yes, very proud. The man left. The silence returned, thicker. Caleb did the math quietly. 10 years of taxes at that rate, plus mortgage, insurance, upgrades. You've invested what, over $500,000? Roughly $435,000 total, I said. Mortgage balance is now $198,000. Equities around $380,000. Credit score 810. Fully funded emergency fund. Maxed retirement accounts. No other debt. Caleb looked smaller than I'd ever seen him. Dad asked the lawyer question. Sophie, are you okay? Financially? Better than okay. Better than most people my age. Mom wiped her eyes. Why didn't you force us to see? Because I shouldn't have to scream for basic attention from my own parents and brother. Vivian stood, cane tapping. Sophie and I are heading home. It's been enlightening. Mom reached out. Please, don't go. We can talk. Talk tomorrow, Vivian said firmly. Tonight they need to sit with what they've missed. I gathered my coat. Dad caught my sleeve. Sophie, can we see the house? Soon. I studied their faces, raw, stunned, finally awake. If you actually want to know me, not just soothe your conscience, call. We'll see. Grandaunt Vivian and I left the glittering party behind. Later, in my quiet craftsman, she admired the built-in shelves, the herb garden glowing under string lights. They'll regret it, she murmured. Maybe, I said, pouring tea. But I've built something solid without waiting for their applause. 2 weeks later Mom and Dad came alone. They walked every room in hushed awe. Mom touched the banister like it might vanish. Dad kept saying, 10 years. It wasn't instant forgiveness. It was a door cracked open. Caleb visited the next month. We sat on the back porch swing and spoke plainly for the first time in forever. I was blind, he admitted. I want to do better. Then do, I said simply. Show up. Ask. Listen. They've started trying dinners, calls, real questions. It isn't perfect. It isn't the family I once dreamed of. But in the house I bought, renovated, and loved into existence, I finally have people who see it and me. And when the next tax bill arrives, $8,100, paid in full, on time, as always. I smile at the name on the deed. Mine.